Čau lidi, vítám vás u dalšího dílu ze Starfieldu. Tady je můj úžasný sklad. A já vím, úžasný, jak říkám, prostě, nádhera. A vůbec nevím, co tady všecko mám, co je biom, ani nevím, kde jsem to nabral. Fakt plno skvělých věcí tady mám, absolutně se v tom nedá vyznat a nedotknu jsem se to už nějakou dobu. Každopádně, dneska jdem do kliniky, potřebujeme zjistit, proč sakra do kliniky byly Shut the fuck up. Proč do kliniky byly objednané objednané zboží od Ryujinu. S tím, že vlastně Infinity si najalo nějaké žoldaky, aby vyzabíjeli všechny z jejich mining rigů, aby to vlastně ten shipment byl doručený tady. Já jsem Freestar kolektiv, kámo. Doslova jsem minule doslova 2 díly zpátky jsem se stal rangerem. Pust mě dovnitř. Proč je tohle vůbec jako... Proč tuhle debatu vůbec máme? Potřebuji si vybavit ten badge?
Yeah, I bet you do. I hear you.
A psi venku štěkají.
Well, thank you. Hard to argue with that. Fine, I'll issue you an access card. Infinity better get it together.
No, on dělá pro Infinity, jo. No. Takže, chtěl bych vysvětlení. Doktor Lane. Ten typek.
You can't. Hey, who let you in here? This is a restricted area.
Infinity Ltd has sent me so I can personally update them on your progress.
In that case, you'll want to speak to Dr. Lane.
Papa.
This damn contract will be the death of me.
Heleme se. Povídáme si, co ty na to?
Excuse me, but this is a restricted area.
Mandatory security update. Infinity Ltd sent me.
Checking up on us? I feel like we should be the ones checking up on you. What do you want?
I needed a verbal update, okay. Why would you need to check on us?
Oh, I see. Send an ill-informed rep so I get the pleasure of re-explaining everything while you aren't able to give me an ounce of information in return.
Jo, přesně.
I've been promised official authorization on Project Dominion for weeks now, and every time it's almost done or just a few more days. With confidence like this, it's a wonder Infinity Ltd is able to stay in business.
Souhlasím. Proč je to tak prázdno?
Is that what you traveled all the way here to ask? It's empty because we've lost our 3rd round of patients.
Oh.
Now, do you want to get to the point? I've got failure reports to document.
Ooh.
Of course you do, because daily reports simply aren't good enough. The 3rd group, like the others, failed to take the internal neuroamp, all resulting in death, with the exception of one, currently comatose.
Oh.
Sean and I are
Perfect.
hopeful we'll be able to revive the subject, but until we receive proof of human trial authorization, any 4th group will be refused.
Ok, můžeme si s ním dokonce promluvit prostě jenom tak. Chápu, s takýmhle těma výsledkama bych to asi teď jako zastavil. Keep moving forward, decisions up to infinity, this is the suggest you lost. Myslíš, že se z toho dostane?
Well, there's a level of brain activity that keeps us hopeful. Making sure that man lives is our #1 priority. Well, you'd be the first from Infinity to think so. It's a relief to know they have at least one employee with some sense. Now, anything else I can help you with?
I need a decision. We're going to handle that ourselves. We extended the head of shipments and here that I need to recover this shipment recently.
Oh yes, refine rothicite? As if I have the proper tools here to create experimental metal alloys.
Jo, to se postaráme sami.
I was hoping that was a mistake. That will save me the trouble of writing yet another complaint. It's on the table. It's all yours.
Perfektní.
Anything else?
Proč jsi si to neodešel po té první grupě?
Let's just say I was blinded by my own determination to restart my career. I'm pretty sure my feelings in the past are why Infinity hired me in the first place. They knew I'd be desperate to regain the respect of my peers, and failure would mean utter ruin.
Rip. Tak Borec se z toho asi moc nedostane, když zjistí, že k ním nepatří. Je mi to moc líto, kámo. Já za to nemůžu.
Good. Now if you'll excuse me, work to do.
Tak jo. Have a good one. Na na na. Na 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 na. Jako by se nic nestalo.
All right, Captain. Where are we headed next?
Zpátky do Ruginu, Sáro. Zpátky do Ruginu. Za tohle dostanu bonus. Proč to zase dělám tak těžce? Já nemůžu se teleportovat přímo tam. Tak to uděláme to těžší s cestou. Nice. Vůbec nevím, co teda jestli umírají ti lidi, tak doufám, že tím, že teďko budou moct vytvořit ten aloj, tak budu mít tu ochranu proti tomu a taky mě ideálně to nezabije jako všechny ostatní. Doufám, že si o tom s nima budu moct promluvit, jakože hej, lidi tady umírají, neperte mi do hlavy experimentální technologii. Ale hej, korporace bude korporací, takže jestli mě někdo to zkusí narvat do hlavy, tak je zastřelím. No cap. Kepnu je, tak možná. Přímo do hlavy. Mezi oči jí střelím, jak mě zkusí. Co udělá Rujin, když přijde o svého šéfa a celou svoji tu developer facilitu, hej? Research and development. To celé padne, jestli mě někdo zkusí. Zabiju nevinné i vinné. No, vinní tam asi, tolik jich tam asi není, ale určitě většina z nich. Určitě někteří jsou. Nevím si všichni. Vy tu furt stojíte? Na co čekáte, pro boha? Jak dlouho už se tady bavíte spolu vy tři? Počkat, bavíte se, že jo?
Is that my beautiful shipment?
To si píš.
You were right about this one, Masako.
Hopefully all there and got it for. I was get much down out of work for small motor site.
Looks like it. This should be more than enough. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1?
All your people dead. Push me to the edge. Najeli se ekliptiky, aby získali shipment. Ecliptic was the red carpet from the when I dead.
I knew something bad had happened. Were there any survivors?
Nuh-uh. Nikdo nepřežil.
Seeking Ecliptic on a station with nothing but miners and scientists? Corporations can sink low, but this is a new level. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there?
Páni, oni mají uši všude. Yes, Infinity private to contact at clinic for secure wing. I found records that Ecliptic had routed the shipment to the clinic.
Dr. Lane? I believe Vina is familiar with his work, specializing in neurosurgery. Were you able to determine what he was doing at the clinic?
Bohužel. Testovali ilegálně na lidech, na interní neuroempie. Critical people trying to get the neuromark work. Tady toto.
Human trials? Without even completing his product? Oh, Lucas must be insane.
Aspoň, že tahle ženská není jako vyloženě někdo, že chce zabíjet prostě. Ještě, že tak. Aspoň něco.
People have died, and you aren't showing the least bit of remorse.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, We have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rotha site secure, it's almost time for us to make our move. It certainly is. And it's also time to inform the rest of the board on the current situation. Head up to the executive floor
ne,
and
zase
speak
budem
to
mluvit.
Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity.
Super.
I've called a meeting and I expect you to attend. It's time to put the final plan in motion.
Bezva. Další level for me, dík. Sabotáž. Tak, jdeme si pokecat s Daltonem. Potom máme teda schůzku, tak uvidíme, co se tam dozvíme. Jestli teda, co jako spíše chtěl jako vymyšlet, tak jako pro zajímavost, jaké mám granáty vybavené, abych si docela vzal nějaké šrapnely. Šrapnel granát jsem snad ještě neskoušel, počkej, jak mám 29, vole. Dalton, na co jsi přišel, hej? Na co budem koukat na telefonu tentokrát?
Right on time. I re-evaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole.
I had a feeling Imogen wasn't responsible. That poor woman.
No, tak ještě, že tak. Ularu's traitor, she's going to pay for this. Doesn't mean we can bring Imogen back in.
In due time. I'll be reaching out, but right now we need her to remain in hiding.
Okay.
Indeed. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogen was the mole, and the situation was dealt with.
Must that poor woman's name be continuously dragged through the mud? These nonsensical decisions need to stop.
Jo, no není tady nahoru v téhle společnosti něco typu toho, že jak tě vyhodí, tak tě zabijou, nebo tak něco. Imogen je nevinná, takže to není moc fair.
It's a means to an end. We'll make sure Imogen is properly exonerated and welcomed back with open arms if this plays out our way. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. So this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So before you go, I want you to bring that program to me.
Chytrý. Whatever program Ularu gives me is yours, there's no way she frames Masako too. Co když tam nebude nic inkriminujícího, což se nestane, ale hej.
Then we'll have to find another way to build a case against Ularu. And it won't be easy.
Takže to se určitě nestane.
If I can't find hidden code on a single slate, I certainly deserve to be fired. Ularu is limited in what she can hide here. Plus, she'll have no reason to believe anyone will be looking in the first place.
No nevím, jako, abych byl trochu paranoidní upřímně, co si... No tak dobře.
I can't imagine a more satisfying ending. Now, let's attend a meeting.
Juhu, meetingy, moje oblíbené. Vždycky nejvíce únavná situace. Šuha, to je pěkně velký meeting. Koho tu máme? Alexis tu máme, Ularu tady máme. To se tváří vznešeně. Masako tady je, Lindemann, vole. Genevieve. Tak já si posadím tady. Takové hadry tady moje úplně random, ne? Prostě jak kdyby byl žoldák, lol. Tak, tohle je skvělý.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogen Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Lži. I was able to find and confront Imogen about the situation. Jo, to říkat nebudem. Had you all fooled the secretary is laughable. Imogen was trying to use her expertise to set up Laru as the mole. Yes, Imogen confessed to working for Affinity Ltd.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogen is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget. The mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives.
Quit trying to blame each other. Betrayal is classic symptom of corporate culture. Neon Street Red je luxusní, kámo. To se mi strašně líbí. To se dělám pro korporaci, kámo, a jsem New York Street Red, ty vole. To je nejvíc top, kámo, tohleto využívat v těchto situacích.
I'd even go beyond symptom and call it a trait. Imogen's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
Proč se na mě díváš zrovna ty? Co s tím ty máš společného? Já chci vidět Masako. Let's not forget Infinity hide mercenaries that kill all personnel at the CM station. When the public gets wind of what they're doing, they'll want Lucas Dexter has. No, dáme ty human trials, nebo dáme, že zabili všechny personály.
Botched human trials and murder for hire? You don't bounce back from that. At least not with Infinity's legal team.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this.
Už se nemůžu dočkat, jak vy usmažíte mozek. Johu! No, jsem vždycky připravený. Ať to stojí, co to stojí. Hardly, but it's not like I have much choice.
You always have a choice. You just have to decide which set of consequences you prefer to live with. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
No, vzhledem k tomu, že ta mise se jmenuje Sabotáž, tak očekávám, že budeme tu sabotáž dělat už tuhle misi, takže uvidíme. Hop, nebudeme si chytat lustru. Ten lustr je tam fakt dost blbě v cestě. Kdokoliv, kdo stavěl tyhle lokace, tak jako vždycky by měl prostě to zahrát několikrát, dělat všechny questy, přijít na to, která cesta je nejvíc používaná a upravit ji tak, aby byla nejefektivnější prostě. Například, jak už tady některé ty místa, nebo třeba když si vybavím nejhorší, co si vybavím tohle stylu. Tady v té hře to až tak nevadí mi, ale když si vybavím, jak jsem hrál Wolfenstein New Colossus a vaše bejska byla v té lodi, tak to byla snad nejhorší bejska, co jsem kdy viděl ve hře. To bylo strašný. Oh my fucking god. Jo, jestli dostanu možnost to zničit, tak to asi udělám, nebudu lhát.
Hey there.
Oh my fucking god. Tohle bude stát za nic. Si to vytrhnu z hlavy.
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey.
Jo. Are you actually qualified?
Neurosurgery is my specialty. I've performed more operations than I can count on a wide variety of brains.
Oh.
So I like to think that I'm wildly overqualified. Really, I could do this in my sleep.
Jen to ne, prosím. Co ta neuromap teda dělá?
The internal neuroamp is basically the next leap in our line of influential amplifiers. It gives the user dominion over a less dominant target, meaning you can heavily influence another person's thoughts and actions.
Is ability to influence someone like that even legal?
Technically, that remains to be seen.
Oh, super.
It's not legal, but those decisions will be left up to a higher power who is neither you nor me.
Aww. I can see why the project is
Oh
confidential.
yeah, it gives Ryujin Industries a huge advantage over the competition. So, are you ready to get started? Hey, we may not like the options, but we all have choices.
To říkáte všichni.
Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Yay,
Did I
DeMarcus.
not just say I quadruple checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured.
Nějaké risky?
There's little to no risk, assuming your brain is typical and you don't have any adverse reaction to the anesthesia. First sign of trouble, we back out and start evaluating other candidates.
Bezva. Žádní nejsou.
You're gonna be fine. All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
Kámo, doufám, že to bylo by tak super, kdyby mi ta hra dala možnost to pak vytrhnout z hlavy, to bylo epic jak svině. Sice bych měl díru v lepce, ale to sere. Cutscéna? Ne.
All right, let's get this party started.
Sáro, doufám, že vystřílíš všechny, pokud mi ublíží. Spolehám na tebe. Máš Oriona, není šance, abys prohrála. Ale ne. První koho vidím si ty? Kde je moje Sára? Proč nemůžu být hlebat s hlavou?
Oh well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
Ty kokos, ta Borka si jinak věří. Jinak si moc věří. Protože jo, bez problému. Vůbec jsme ti neudělali díru do mozku. Dát do lebky. Koupě bez problému.
It's good to see you again.
Doufám, že to nebude... Sáro, řekni pravdu. Mám vyholenou hlavu? Tak povídej.
So, how are you feeling? You look good?
Asi. Bionic modifications.
That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time.
Okay.
And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation.
Oh. There go my plans for a lifelong minion.
Now that's something to talk to the drone engineers about.
Oh.
Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says.
Oh.
That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
Jde mu odpálit mozek. Hihihihi. Jdeme, Sáro, tohle musíš vidět. Bude stát za... Sára?
Oh, my day just got a whole lot brighter. See
Jo,
you soon,
teď
love.
když jsem naživu. Víš co, tak jo, počiluj tady, já jdu za ním. Jde, Mark. Oh, press V to open your scan the target the person you want to manipulate. Press F to bring your social skills and select manipulation. Once person is manipulated, select the object or person you want them to interact with. Zajímavý. Diplomacy, instigation, intimidation, and manipulation as all social skills that you activate when you scares up. Hover your cursor over the target and press F to bring up social skills. If you feel social skill, your target will be immune to all future social skill attempts. What the fuck? Takže... Manipulation. A musím zkusit specificky jednu věc teďko jenom. Ha. Počkej. Use manipulation on Demarcus to find a way to open the door. Jak to mám použít? Jak ho na to mám jako navést, nechápu. Tohle je docela jank, co si budem. Activate, vole. Teď to jde najednou. WTF? Proč to nešlo? Jsem něco dělal špatně, já to nechápu, kamo. Je divné. Tak co? Proč to? Kámo, to je bordel. Unlock. Demarco, unlock, no konečně. Jesus fucking Christ.
On the one hand, I'm fascinated by the incredible technology.
Já ne.
On the other, I'm terrified what could happen should this fall into the wrong hands.
To bylo strašný.
I've never been so divided about something in all my life.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
Jak moc hustý by bylo, kdyby typek najednou umřel. Prostě straight up prostě spadne na zem, že dead. Tak co, dořešíme tuhle blbost?
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects?
Side effect je, že to používání je naprosto na nic. That was way too easy. This counter should be banned.
Well, luckily that isn't up for you to decide.
Luckily.
I hope you know, you're talking about banning my life's biggest accomplishment.
No, skill
I'd
issue.
even go as far as to call it the settled system's biggest accomplishment. That's something Ryujin isn't going to let go of easily. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech.
Fine, I just got a 3-hour quantum physics lecture from Bina, that's all.
Oof. She got me with one of
Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know.
Tak to řeší všechny problémy.
Besides, the neural isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you.
Masako mě pořád
It
chce
sounds like
vidět.
you have an assignment to complete. And Marcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Tak, ještě si pokecáme s Masako a podle toho, co nám řekne, tak už to asi dneska ukončíme.
Yes?
A budeme to dělat už zase ještě delší, když už jsme skoro hotoví. Už nám jako nezbývá toho moc a nechci zase protahovat a na 40 minut, když stejně sem posunem do lokace a zase to tam budeme muset celé prostaltovat a používat tuhle manipulaci, což samo o sobě bude takové jako nic moc dobrého, no.
Good, you're here.
Jste tu obě
I
dvě.
wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
Jo, no, snad jo. Tak ukaž, co máte.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries. It's good to know we're of the same mind on this one. All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you.
Já si můžu vybrat, to zní dobře. Kámo, jak to tak poslouchám a vidím tady všechno ten takový jako cyberpunk style, všechno budoucnost, tak mám chuť strašně hrát Prey. Option A.
Yes, the less people you need to interact with, the better. Ideally, none at all. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
To zní hodně dobře. To by mohla být prdel. Pokud tam budou nějaké jako věci, co mi pomůžou v tom celé to projít nějak jakože cool, že buď, jestli to Bčko fakt vyloženě znamená, že se celou to věci můžete prokecat, zaměstnat i třeba udělat něco, nějaké hacky rychle a pak zase pokračovat třeba dál a tak. A naopak, když hrajete stealth, tak prostě musíte nějak jakože odlákat třeba, to by bylo hodně cool. No, ale tohle je Starfield, takže uvidíme. There's a lot of ground to cover without getting caught.
Nothing a good operative can't manage.
Ha, pravda.
Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
Tak, Ularu, předveď, co
You
máš.
see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp.
Takže oni nikdo nebude vědět o tom, že ukradli od nás. A co o tom vědí?
Anyone who comes forward to defend Lucas would be prosecuted as either aiding or being an accessory to these crimes. They all know career suicide when they see it. As for Lucas himself, if he wants to speak up and add corporate theft to his laundry list of crimes, fine. But who's going to believe him?
With tech like that, I can see why you'd want to maintain control of the narrative, though I strongly object to the methods.
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a panic among people. Controlling the narrative is of the utmost importance.
Oh, let's just hope this program is as thorough as you say then. And as safe.
Now, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Lower the risk. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
To zní dobře, že můžeme všechny vyhnat a ulehčit si to, jo? Nebo to asi budeme muset spíš udělat, bych řekl. Less people in the building, the better.
My thoughts exactly. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you.
Ne.
These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
Takže nechápu, proč na to neposlali nějaké dobré asasina. Suit or no suit, they'll never know I was there.
That's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office.
Yeah,
if he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
Dobře.
Good. I guarantee the moment he scratches the surface on that story, he'll have a broadcast sent to every system.
Tomu věřím.
So, any final questions before you go?
No, myslím, že jsme v klidu. Prostě se tam vloupáme vrchem, vylidníme to tam, co nejrychleji to půjde a přepálem tady ty 3 ofisy a celé to tam pohekujeme, pokradem všechno. Kvalitní práce. Co tam bude za security?
Depending on whether or not you evacuate the building, you'll mostly be looking at security guards, much like we have here. You may encounter an automated defense system in the form of turrets as well, so be careful.
Jo, takže to tam bude muset asi jako vylidnit nejlépe. How is the internal amp?
You have the ability to manipulate others. If someone's in your way, you could get them to move. If someone has a key card, that means you have a key card. The possibilities here are really up to you.
Tak jo, to bude zajímavý. Jdem na to.
Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way.
Dobře.
Don't screw this up. Skylar Lumen?
No, takže oni mi dali obě 2 možnosti. Tak to je cool, že vám to dají oboje, i když třeba řeknete, že chcete option A. Tak, doručíme to ještě Daltonovi a už to dneska zapíchneme.
Do you have the program?
Si píš.
With pleasure. So, let's take a look.
Tak, uvidíme. Necháme ho to pohekovat trošku, budu poklikávat na té jeho úžasné klávesnici. Bez dual monitoru.
The decryptions hit a snag. There's definitely something here.
Ne.
This is exactly what we needed.
Hustý.
According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas.
Oh.
The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity Ltd network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials.
First Imogene, now Masako. Ularu keeps using people as rungs on the way up the ladder. Any one of us could be next.
I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt.
Good. Then let's nail Ularu right to the wall. She deserves everything that's coming her way.
Dobře, tak jo. Teď ještě navštívit Infinity.
Yes. I'm looking forward to putting this all behind us.
Same, dude.
Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise.
To sakra,
I
jo.
fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right
Jak moc
way.
epic by bylo, kdyby Dalton pracoval s ní. To by bylo úplně mega nice. Tak jo, už to po nás jenom, ať jdem do New Atlantis a jdem udělat tu sabotáž, a to si nechám možná příště. Příště bude velký heist. Na to se docela těším, neznám, jak to dopadne. Uvidíme. Takže pro dnešek díl za sledování, máme trochu delší díl, nevím, jestli to nějak bude vůbec sestříhat, asi spíš ne, takže si užijte prostě, nebo doufám, že jste si spíš užili tenhle ten díl. A příště teda Nová Atlantida, Nová Atlantis, a to zní tak strašně v češtině, kam New Atlantis příště nás teda čeká. Takže jo, máte se na co těšit. Pro dnešek teda děkuji za shlédnutí, hoďte koment, like nebo odběr jako vždy a prozatím čau.